Today on I've Got Talent, we're going to be hearing from Jarrell, who's a writer and is really funny. Let's take a look.
What's up, my name is Jarrell, and I'm a writer.
What do you do?
As a writer, I'm responsible for coming up with original content for comedy series, also in music, songwriting. The process for writing for comedy series, number one, I think should always be to try to make people laugh. But then again, I change that because if you try to make people laugh, it normally doesn't come out exactly how you want it. So really, it's funny just to really tell the truth. And a lot of times the truth is funny. Process for being a writer is a lot of typing, typing out, the content that you want it to be, and also just making sure that it relates. You want to make sure that it relates to your viewer or your reader. Trying to make content that people can understand. A lot of proofreading, a lot of times it's up here, but you want to make sure that it translates to your audience as well.
What skills do you need to be successful at your job?
I think you have to have humility. One, to be able to tell the truth. I believe what comes from the heart reaches other people's hearts. So one skill is not being afraid to let your truth hang out there, because it's gonna touch somebody. In today's world, you have to know how to work the computer very well. A lot of writing now is, typing different softwares and stuff like that. And listening too, you have to be able to know what's going on so that you can know what to deliver. You have to be like an open vessel, man. It has to go to you, through you, to reach other people.
What are some common misconceptions people have about your job?
That it happens overnight. That success happens overnight. I heard a quote one time that an overnight success takes 10 years. So you have to have patience and endurance. It's not limited to books, to only, textbooks. When you think about science books, that might get a little boring, but writing is actually, it translates into film, into comedy, into songs. So I think if you're open to the different scenarios that you can find yourself in as a writer, it'll illuminate into you, like your favorite movies or your favorite cartoon series. There's a writer behind the scenes. We only see the actors or we hear the voices, but behind your favorite cartoon or your favorite movie, there's a writer who sits down to make all that content up.
How do you see God helping you in your work?
God is at the heart of everything that I do, man, honestly. He's using me, I believe, to be a light in an area that's considered not so much light. We're in entertainment, we're in the entertainment industry, and a lot of times it gets the bad name of being the dark Hollywood place, but I believe he's using me to get faith-based messages and then just real life messages to everybody, the church and the world at large also. So definitely using me. I feel led for sure.
How does your work bless other people?
People being blessed by my work. One, without sounding pretentious, that's a blessing. I get messages, it goes down in the DMs. People let me know that, what I'm doing is either making them laugh or encouraging them to even do content of their own, or even just, inspiring and uplifting them. So, it's a blessing, man, that people actually, that's why I love social media, because it's not about you coming up with content and you hoping people enjoy. They literally can have direct contact with you and let you know how it's affecting them. So when I get those messages, man, it lets me know too that, it's worth it. So you're not just sitting at home like, man, are people liking it? Are people enjoying it? But more, are they being inspired by it? When they let me know that they are, it gives me a push to keep going.